What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Cage My IQ. Today I have Bad Man Bubba Jenkins on the podcast today. How's it going, Bubba?
What's going on, man? It's going good. I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
How are you feeling after getting that big victory over Ryoto Kudo in the semifinals of the PFL playoffs?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling really good. I went in there, did what I had to do, in and out fast, like a broad day robbery. Just was smooth and try to be as quick as I possibly can with the different things I try to do, mix it up, and the results were exactly how we planned it.
I'm gonna get into that fight and then in your upcoming fight with Alafne in a minute. But before I do that, I just want to start out with your collegiate wrestling career. I see that you did a few years at Penn State, and then when you guys switched coaches, you transferred over to Arizona State. I know you put down that it was just a difference of opinion with the coaching. You went over to Arizona State and then won a national title there. How was your collegiate wrestling career? How much do you put on emphasis on that and where you got today with MMA?
No, it's a huge reason why I am the way I am and who I am. Um, College wrestling helped me not only become the athlete that I was starting to evolve into as a young athlete, young high school kid, but Penn State and Arizona State gave me everything that I have as far as being able to just be this dog eat dog of dogs when it comes to the breed of wrestlers that come out and go into MMA. So I can't be more than excited about that. The fact that wrestlers are killing the game and they have been. There were
Yeah.
some of the best. There's some of the best in all of mixed martial arts. So as a wrestler that is on his way to a belt, was just another one for the home team.
Yeah, definitely so. What made you make the transition from that to MMA? Because I know after you were done at Arizona State, you did a couple of exhibition matches, and then it just seemed like you just picked up MMA and started that alongside that before you just made the decision to just stick with MMA. What made you want to transition over?
Yeah, no, I was man. When I was at Penn State, I had always wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Phil Davis and I, Phil Davis was my recruiting host on my way to Penn State. So he was at Penn State, and I came in as a top scholarship athlete, and he was my host, and I ended up signing. And it wasn't that he influenced me to fight or anything like that, but there were already wrestlers transitioning over to fighting. He happened to be one of them. I was already training a little MMA while at Penn State. I excuse me. I transferred
Yeah.
to I transferred to Arizona State, where there are tons of MMA fighters, Cain Velasquez, Bader, and
Yeah.
Dalloway, and so many others that come out of there. That I figured, okay, if I'm gonna leave Penn State, I'm gonna go to a school that will help me easily transition into MMA. And the West Coast was a much more popping MMA scene than the East Coast at that time.
Yeah, and then you made the transition to MMA. You did RFA, you did Belter, and then we saw you on the Ultimate Fighter as one of the coaches with John Jones when he was on. How was that experience as a coach?
It was awesome, man, to hang around John Jones, pick his brain a little bit to see why he's wired the way he is, and I mean, we had a great 7 weeks in Las Vegas, trying to figure out, what team we wanted and things like that, just try to come together as a unit and win the series. It was an awesome experience for me because, I had never done anything like that. And, it gave me all the understanding of, kind of superstardom before I can ever even get my own taste.
Exactly, and then you're coming in as a wrestler. One of the big names to come out of wrestling, just in general, was Brock Lesnar. How he made the transition from collegiate wrestling to then WWE, but then he made that transition to the UFC and he won the belt there. And then me seeing you with the of course the Suplex City caption a few weeks ago. and then you actually being able to pull it off against Kudo, you pulling off the suplex. How was that? Because and when everybody thinks of the transition, they think of Brock Lesnar and how he made it so easily in that first couple years. Like, was that a move that you were trying to do? Because I know you made the caption and then you did it, and everybody was just talking about it.
Yeah, no, I definitely was trying to do the things that I talk about. I'm a man of my word, so if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna definitely try to do it. Not only that, Suplex City is something that that I invented Suplex City as far as like I get my laundry done in Suplex City. I got mail sent to me in Suplex City. I got a nice little condo in Suplex City. Suplex City is I'm the governor and the mayor, so depending on what time of year it is, Suplex City is where I reside. Nonetheless, I'm known for that move. So the fact that I could do it was, just me, people knowing in the gym that, I'm capable of hitting suplex at anyone, anytime. Oh, baby.
Now everybody that knows you knows how, your personality. You're very confident in yourself. You got that swag, and sometimes a lot of people mistake it for a little bit of cockiness. Where do you get that from? Because it's like you come in there and you're so sure of yourself. There's no doubt in your mind that you're going to come in there and you're going to win. Who did you get that from?
Just confidence in myself. Me being in a sport that is unforgiving as far as where I was being brought up in. The atmosphere and the things that I was being brought up in. I'm a young black athlete in a sport that really not a lot of black athletes are in compared to the white athletes. And I'm in Virginia where, I ain't gonna say we're the most racist or anything like that. Shout out to Virginia and everything that I love
Yeah,
there. But it was definitely a hard time coming up there, even so to the point I got expelled during my senior year in high school, due to, political and racial things and stuff like that. So really, that is that it comes with that chip on my shoulder that I've always kind of had, that people have that doubt, or that you can't do this or you can't do that. That's where I believe I get it from, that ability to say, what, I'll show you how great I am. That whole Muhammad Ali bad man series.
yeah. Now going from last year into this year, you had a great show last year. You had that loss to Chris Wade. Does the win here a couple weeks ago kind of like not the dampen a little bit because you, but the fact that you're going to the finals, but you don't get that chance to get that revenge against him because he lost to Brandon Loughnane. But then at the same time, I feel like you're still making the finals, and it's like that's the whole game plan is to make it to the finals, win that $1 million. But is it in the back of your mind you thinking at some point I want to get that revenge on Wade for him beating me last year?
Oh, absolutely. I said if I'm not his last fight this year, I want to be his first fight next year. Honestly, I got to get that fight back. I want that revenge. That's something that I've been looking forward. I wasn't myself for many reasons, but he showed up as a better man that night, and I definitely, as a champion with the mindset that I have, I definitely want to take that one back.
Do you feel like you came into the season with a chip on your shoulder because of that? Because I feel like you came in and you seem like you're a lot more aggressive than you were in 2021. You moved forward. You just threw a lot of strikes. You're trying to make an impact this year. Where I felt like last year you were just going with the emotions. You were sticking to what you do, which is wrestling. I feel like this year you tried to like add in a lot of striking to it, and then you even got the finish against Kudo because I believe between last year and this year, of your 7 wins, all of them were by decision.
Yeah, no, definitely was more aggressive this year. Um, all losses. I lost in high school. I lost in college. I lost, in the pros of MMA. All losses inspire me to become greater. Inspire me to light a fire under my ass. And there's some losses that do it a lot better. And that was one of them. A reflection of looking myself in the mirror, knowing that I felt like I could have won that fight on my best day, and I didn't show up nowhere near that. And still fought the way that I fought. I mean, absolutely terrible performance, but to not be finished in the way that I was feeling in what I was going through, was valiant in a moral victory type um, atmosphere. But truly, this year, when I came into the season, I would not be denied. This year was me versus me. I locked in every way that I could as far as focus on the gym and things like that with Dewey, and the results are in the pudding, man. I'm feeling sharp. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling smart. My IQ of MMA is just going through the roof, and it's truly a blessing to be in a place where all the work has finally got me to a place of calm and riding in my own little Rolls Royce.
Did you feel like when you got that submission, the choke on Kudo, that it just was seamlessly going with the flow? Because you had that, it was like the side judo throw that you just kind of tossed him over, you landed on top of him. He tried to roll over really quickly, but you just attacked the neck right away. Like, did you see that happening before it wound up actually happening, and that's why you attacked the neck, or was it just your instant reaction to what he was doing?
Well, I told everyone if Kudo wasn't green, wasn't that great on the ground. If he was green a little bit, then I was going to make sure that I would maul him. We knew
Yeah.
about striking, and we heard he was a Japanese wrestler, so I knew that if I can get him on the ground and he's not good there, I'm going to really. The referee's going to have to, work hard for his money in that sense, because I'm going to try to be dangerous. So the fact that I came out hot, aggressive, I hit Kudo with that judo and went right to a choke. It was a beautiful transition. And no, I didn't see it until, he started turning out after, it was a green move in a sense after the scrambles happening. You don't really turn your back like that. And, I kind of put
Yeah.
him in scramble like situation where I put him, upside down where, we didn't really know where our bearings were. I knew my bearings, and, I got ahead of him and make sure that I, finished the choke and finished the move smoothly.
Yeah, it definitely it felt like that he was a little frantic once he got thrown to the ground, and then his first instinct was to try and get up, and that's when you just pounced on him, like he was a prey, and you're looking to finish him, and then you got him to tap almost instantly. You locked in the choke, you got on bottom, and then I believe he tapped 2 seconds later. But it was very quick. Like, a lot happened in a short amount of time in that fight, between the suplex, the judo throw, and then the submission. I felt like it was not your coming out, but it was like your signature win there, where like you showed everybody that I don't have to win by just wrestling. I can finish guys too, yeah, because you got the submission.
Right. And like I said, my mantra is "Dem soon no, dem soon no." There's a lot of people in the game. There's a lot of smart, intelligent mixed martial art fans, fighters, and executives that know how much of a bad man I am. There's definitely a lot of fighters in the gym that know I'm on my way. I'm not to be reckoned with. I'm not one to play with. My name rings bells wherever we go and in any gym. I can fight with any weight class. So my coach Dewey Cooper calls me the world's smallest heavyweight because of the power that I pack and the feeling that I give when I'm on top. I'm looking to finish guys. I'm now coming into my own. So it's been a years of coming into that confidence where you want to push on that gas pedal a little bit, where you want to look for those openings a little bit more. And the lack of finishing in my previous years were just from the lack of confidence and
Yeah.
complete totality of understanding of the mixed martial arts. And now that I understand it, we're full steam ahead and excited about every fight opportunity that we get, because we know it's another opportunity for them to soon know.
We're gonna get into the finals fight, but you just hit the nail on the coffin with opportunities to fighting people in the division, and of course, the PFL just signed a UFC veteran in Shane Burgos, who's going to be coming to the PFL. What are your thoughts on the chances of fighting a guy like that? Because I know he's throwing around 145 and 155 as divisions that he wants to fight for in PFL.
Right. Well, I could care less what PFL does with the 45 division as far as signing other people. I'm not. I'm not tripping about nobody they put. You know, it's always been me versus me, bad man versus bad man. You know, I'm getting questions about Shane. You know, y'all better start asking Shane about me. You know, I'm a real problem. You know, I've been in a lot of places and a lot of gyms and a lot of fights and a lot of organizations, and you know, me no run things, no run we run things.
Now let's go. Let's dive into the finals fight against Brandon Loughnane. I know you have 3 months into the fight. What's your thoughts on them pushing the finals back an extra month? Because I know last year it was in October, and now it's basically a day after Thanksgiving. Does it change things up for you with how you're going to run your camp? Are you going to wait a little bit before you actually go full swing into prepping for the fight? And then what do you do now in the meantime?
Yeah, no, you definitely get a little bit more time to recovery. That was one thing that the tournament does. It's a grueling tournament. You know, every 8 weeks, I went into the next fight with injuries from the last fight. You
Yeah,
know, and I'm not to be of the new school and to be, you know, bitching about fighting so many times. And so, you know, there's guys, oh, I fought 5 times in one night. This guy, you know, so I know that there are, you know, the leagues and organizations where you put on a lot for in a short period of time. But you know, it is a grueling camp, it's grueling timing, it's grueling, you know, on the family. It's a, you know, it's worth every penny to get there to the finals and try to win that thing. You know, we just try to slowly. I've got Dewey Cooper in my camp. I got Dewey Cooper as a
yeah,
coach, so he knows exactly what to do to put us at the right place to peak. I'm such a coachable athlete that you know I'm gonna listen to him. He says don't show up for 8 to 10 days. I ain't gonna show up for 8 to 10 days. He says show up with your boxing gloves and running shoes, and you know we're gonna put the wrestling away. Then that's what we're gonna do. But honestly, we're excited for what Brandon Loughnane brings to us to bring out of me. You know, everyone in the world gets kind of you know that treat. Give me 1 second.
no,
Hey
you're good.
guys, Daddy's on an interview. You got to be quiet. Close your door now. No more screaming.
I know how that is.
Yeah. So Um, they what was I saying? Brandon Lockney is a formidable opponent. You know, we've become to grow into a friendship. Last year there was a you know a kind of a rivalry going. You know, him on one
Yeah,
side, me on the other, talking a little trash and carrying the fights with you know our personalities. You know, now it's come to full circle. We've been saying that you know everybody kind of wanted to see the Lockney versus Jenkins fight, and you know now you know, a full circle of who I am, a full circle of who he is, you know, comes to culmination, and you know, we get to put on for our not only for our fans but for our family.
yeah. I was in that the virtual chat when they had you guys on and had a lot of people talking about the fight, and I could see the back and forth between you guys going in the media, and everybody wanted that fight to happen last year because of the back and forth that was going on. It didn't happen then, but now it's going to happen now. So I think it adds a little something something to this matchup, knowing what happened last year and getting the chance to actually make it happen. And on top of that, you guys both get 3 months to prepare for the fight, so it adds more intrigue to it. And I can only imagine what the media is going to do with it when they actually get a chance to have you guys both on and talk about the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably gonna say some funny things. I'm gonna let him know that wrestling does not exist in England. You know, and he's gonna say something about my ability to strike, which is, you know, I'm one of the best, not if not the best striker in the 45 division in PFL, and you know, I'm gonna let that be known. So things like this will happen and naturally as we prepare for that fight night.
How have you enjoyed your stay in the PFL the past 2 years? Because I know you joined in 2020. We had the pandemic, so they didn't have the season that year. You started up last year, making the semis. Now you're making it to the finals this year. How has the company treated you since they've signed you back 2 years ago?
Love PFL, man. I've been excited to be working close with Ray Sefo, the fight mind that he has and the IQ that he has about the sport. And, you know, I love being a part of what I see. the professional fight league to be. That's a league of professional fighting that becomes, a mainstream sport in your everyday house. You're sitting on the couch watching ESPN on Friday or Saturday night, and you just figure out that there's fighting on, and there's a league, and it's a tournament, and they have an off season and a regular season and a playoff. And it's just a wild kind of understanding that, all right, wow, this is the professional fight league. And it's kind of like, different than the events of UFC. So I kind of like that, that you know who you're gonna fight. Sometimes when you like, after this playoffs, when the playoffs start, you kind of can see the bracket and things like that. And it's take care of your business and you advance. It's just no politics about it. You just kind of do your thing. And that's what I've grown up in, being a wrestler and being someone who's come from the bracket backfield.
I like the fact that not only are they getting better, they're adding more talent to the roster, but now they're doing the Challenger Series where they're trying to bring up more younger talent and to grow with all the big name signings that you guys have. And I think it's a big thing for the promotion because you guys already have your identity. You're sticking to the tournament, like a cup format, and then you have the playoffs, and then the winner gets $1 million, and you guys get paid well on top of it. How does it make you feel about everything going on and the fact that you can possibly just grow with the company and stay there rather than just go year to year?
Yeah, no, it's a really awesome thing, and I'm also on contract time, so I've done a
Yeah,
great thing. Being in the position that I'm in, I wish I hadn't dropped the ball last year, and could really set myself up
yeah,
nicely. We are where we are. We're trying to be as exciting as we can. We interview how we interview, as far as when we grab the mic, people understand. Not only do we fight with real substance behind us, but we can speak with an intelligence that not most people have. So I'm excited about the future of what PFL is doing, not only with me, but with mixed martial arts. I'm excited about where I am in mixed martial arts. I'm an older vet, even though I feel like I'm just about to come out into my own knowing. People, I'm still have to say them soon know. But I've been in the game for a while, and the fact that I can have been in the game through so many different generations, where I feel like different swings or trends of MMA, and I'm still standing strong, and I'm still in the game where I'm one of the elite fighters and becoming, much like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. We floating now.
now in your off time, of course, with the PFL schedule, it kind of allows you to have a little bit more of an off schedule to where you can do things on your own. Do you have any hobbies at all that people don't really know about that you kind of do to kind of keep your mind off of MMA since that's like your full-time job?
I'm full time daddy, so actually hobbies, anything that interests my babies, anything that they're doing that progresses them to be who they want to be, or I got two sons and a baby girl, so the fact that that's my pride and joy, that's my inspiration. I'm building a lot of things in honor and ideal and mind and image of them, so I'm truly hobbies. And when they get
Yeah,
to college, maybe when they get to college, or they started adapting into who they are, maybe I'll start picking up some hobbies. I'm not much of a fisher or anything, even though I love
yeah.
seafood. No, we locked in on not only becoming the better fighter and the best fighter, and businessman, but the best father and daddy that the world can provide. So I'm here for that too.
Now I'm checking out your Instagram page. I see that you're an ambassador to a couple of companies. Can you tell me a little bit about both of them and
Yeah.
how that came about?
Yeah, so in the sports, you got to get endorsements and sponsorships and things like that, and you speak about some different brands that may help you with different things. And Mile High is a jewelry company in Denver, and they do custom jewelry. Anytime you see me blinged out, or anytime you see me shining, or I'm decked out in Mile High, and I love the fact that I thought to myself, man, the game loves a little bit of shine, a little bit of bling. I might as well find a good team of men, a good team of guys down in Denver that really, support me, support the situation that I'm going through. And, not wrestlers, but fighters in general need a little bit of a financial help and backing sometimes. So that's what it is. And then also, Yakim is a clothing brand out of LA that, it's started by, black owned guy who's, awesome friend of mine. And he's just doing his own thing, building his own brand. And, I'm about to partner with him and go into my own little bad man series of things. So, look out for our Fight Week clothing, because Fight Week clothing, I'm going to be decked out in the flyest things, looking like the future champion of PFL 145 division.
Yeah, there's the swag right there, the confidence in you that no matter what you do, you're going to look good and fight good doing so. But
Sure.
who gave you the Bad Man nickname? Where did that come from?
So it originally came from my real, like, I lost the real bad feeling of not being able to meet Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a big role model of mine. I was, at the time I was coming into the sport. Jacob Harmon is a good coach of mine, and he always used to call me bad man. He's like, "You're a bad man," because that was our big Muhammad Ali thing. And anybody who knows me knows that I try, as I was coming up, I was the athlete that Muhammad Ali was, with the footwork and things like that. And so I'm a bad man. Was in memorial of Muhammad Ali. So my name went from I'm a bad man, to bad man. Just people just love calling it the bad man, and it just became Bad Man Jenkins since then. So I would give that shout out to probably Jacob Harmon, and then it just kind of went on and checked in from there, and we got a whole brand and a whole series from it.
Last thing I have to ask for you, what can everybody expect from you on November 25th against Brendan Loughnane?
You can expect the best Bubba Jenkins that you've seen yet. A stronger, faster, more intelligent Bubba Jenkins. You can expect the totality of Bad Man. I'm gonna be mixing it up. I'm gonna be trying to take him down and maul him and test his ability to stop my wrestling. I'm gonna be trying to strike with him and and counter his punches and really be fast with my kicks. And I'm gonna try to be a full-fledged mixed martial arts champion. At that point, you will see the champion of that fight become someone who's been getting it out the dirt, digging out the mud, an uncrowned king. That night, you'll see a culmination of me becoming the person that a lot of the people in my corner believed I could become.
I love it. But thank you so much for coming on the podcast and talking with me today. Bubba Badman Jenkins, I wish you the best of luck on November 25th in the PFL finals against Brandon Loughnane. Is there anybody that you want to shout out before we wrap things up?
Man, I did it. I shout out to everybody. Shout out to Dewey. Shout out to my team. Shout out to the Gym Split team, man. We are on our way. I'm excited. Shout out to you for having me. Thank you again for the opportunity. We'll have this anytime you need me on. And yeah, man, look out for the culmination of a champion. It's coming.
I'll definitely be watching. I'll be hoping for a bad man victory in November.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, boss.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah. Once again, I want to thank the bad man Bubba Jenkins for coming on the podcast today. Everybody wish him the best of luck. You can find him on Instagram at I believe it's Badman Bubba Jenkins. Give him a follow. If you can't find him, just type in Bubba Jenkins in the search engine and check him out live in the PFL finals on November 25th against Brandon Loughnane. But that'll wrap things up with today's interview. I'm your host, Cage. This is Cage My IQ Presents interview with Bubba Jenkins. And I will see you guys next time on the platform. And as always, you can follow and subscribe to us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Don't forget to comment on this video and let me know what you think of Bubba Jenkins and his shots at winning the PFL finals. And then please smash the like button down below and check out any of the content that we have here on the YouTube network. But thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time on Cage My IQ. See ya.